All right, all right, all right. What's good, all my ruthless addicts? It is your girl Tika Deshawn here with another ruthless conversation. We are at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And tonight, you guys, I have a special guest. I just want to introduce you to this guy, this king, that's doing his thing. He's working his way up into this entertainment industry. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has more in the future, but I'm also looking to see and find out who is the one, the only David C. Pyles. With that being said, I introduce to some and present to others David Pyles Jr.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. You want me to call you David or Mr. Pyles? Which name
David,
should I go by?
David is fine, or you can call me by my nickname DJ. It don't even matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. David, DJ, whichever one. Tonight we are definitely going to find out who is David Pyles. And that's my question. Who is David Pyles?
Well, no one ever asked me that before. Now, let me. Uh, I started off. I could say this. I'm 30 years young. I'm a father of one beautiful young lady. She's 1 years old. She's my pride and joy. David Pyles Jr. Who am I? I am the young man that wants to achieve more than what life given him. I want to put God first and be able to be a blessing and inspiration and motivation to others. I am. I am. I ain't gonna say I want to. I am that
That
already.
part.
Um, I'm a hard worker. I love to do what I do. I love putting a smile on people's faces. I love making people laugh. I love to cherish the moments that God created and be able for us to learn, to grow, to be more, to do more, to exceed more. I am definitely that man that is willing to go all the way. And I just can't thank God enough because without him, I wouldn't be here in this position as it is. So
Absolutely, absolutely. With that being said, tell me because you are an actor on the rise, and seems like you were voted hometown favorite, but we're gonna get to that a little bit later. But what was acting always a passion of yours? Was it your first passion? If not, what was your first passion?
acting was my first passion. I started off when I was a kid. In elementary school, if I'm not mistaken, I remember doing a little stage thing with my Spanish class. It was something quick, of course. You kids, you gonna have fun. But after that, right then and there, I knew because I was only like maybe about 5, I want to say, but maybe a little bit younger. But I know after that, right then and there, I knew I wanted to be an actor. What I do is I always tell my parents, they ask me, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" Actor. I want to be an actor. I want to be on TV. I want to be seen. I want to be in the movies. I want to get paid and be rich. So I can pay y'all bills off. I was thinking all this, and
Right.
as time progressed and as um, things shifted as I grew up. I had learned a whole lot. I ended up um, getting as a teenager. That's when I started stage plays, stage productions, and I was in high school. I learned drama. I'm learning acting 101, and I wanted to keep doing it. So what I do is, ever since I was a kid, up to my adulthood, I would look at movies, I would look at TV shows, I would read and act it, do monologues, I would practice, put in the work. I would literally put in the work, and I would constantly, you know, train, practice every single day. Went into graduating in high school. I went into college and did some filmmaking class. That's when I picked up my second passion of writing. I would start writing scripts. Now I wrote stories before, but I never written in script format. So then I started writing scripts. Um, I learned a little bit of editing, filming. I learned a little bit of all that, but my main thing was acting and then script writing. And then I learned how to direct, and then I learned how to, produce and everything right now. And God was able to bless me this year to be able to start producing, directing, writing, acting.
Nice.
So I mean, I'm constantly always learning. I'm constantly always putting work, blood, sweat, and tears. That's what it takes for this, this opportunity for this in the entertainment industry. That is. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. You are ultimately talented. We're definitely learning in these few short minutes. We're definitely learning so much more about you. Um, Tell people, give people the real. Let people know when it comes to the acting industry in itself. Give something that is one. I just want one real fact about working in the entertainment industry, whether you it's the background, or whether it's the waiting, or what can you do to get your foot in the door. Tell people something that's so real that not will make them want to second guess being an actor, but it will make them realize, okay, if this is something I really want, I've got to work hard at it.
Okay. I always have to tell you, and I'm telling everybody this. This is my number one thing. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep putting yourself out there. Headshots, number one thing you need to do. Build up that resume. Second, in order to do that, I say the first thing to start with is always class. Start taking classes. All right, now let's get into the nitty gritty of things. Now you got the classes, then you build a resume, you got your headshots, all that good stuff. Now, what you need to do now as a person that's starting off is have that mentality. And the reason why I'm always telling people about mentalities is because when you want to do something as as fun as this, as serious it can be, the reason why I say that is because I really want people to listen out when I say listen closely, y'all. This will push you to your limits. And I mean that because you can go to a job and work at a plant for 12 hours. No problem. You have to fight it. You're going to complain because your feet going to be hurting. Your back going to be hurting because you're working hard. You constantly walking, constantly pushing, pulling, whatever. But in this industry right here, just imagine you're not doing that, but you have to be mentally prepared, spiritually prepared, physically prepared, and emotionally prepared to remember your lines, to remember your footing, your blocking, I should say, to remember how your face expression was when you say that line, to remember your cue to walk here, do this, do that, to remember what the director said, to remember what the writer want, to remember it's constantly going on and on and on. It's too much to like list, but I'm just saying it is a lot to prepare for. A lot of people. A lot of people will will say, oh, I want to be an actor, I want to do this, I want to do that, and they be all happy like, yeah, I want to do that, and I'm being real, it's more to it than just standing in front of a camera or standing on stage in front of people and saying some lines. I mean, it's
Yeah.
more it's more to it than just that. Is if it's one of those things where if it's really that easy, everybody will be doing it.
Right. Right.
Everybody will be out there.
Right.
And to get out there, you have to learn to actually put in that blood, sweat, and tears. Don Cheadle said it best. Do you want to be an actor or do you want to be a celebrity?
Mm.
And a lot of people keep asking, oh, I want to be in your movie. I want to be in your next movie. But I asked them that question myself. Do you want to be an actor or do you want to be a celebrity? And it's just that a lot of people think it's so easy. So it's like one of those things where, oh yeah, I can just do this, I can say this and just get paid. No, first of all, you ain't gonna get paid right off the bat. No. Mm-mm. You have to be majorly good to get paid right off the bat. And I'm telling you, when you come into this industry, it's really hard to do. I'm not telling y'all this to second guess it. If this is your passion, what you want to do, go for it. But I just want y'all to always be mentally prepared, spiritually prepared. I want you to be physically prepared and emotionally prepared, because there's going to be some times where you start off at 8 o'clock in the morning, you don't finish until 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock the next morning. Then you got to get up few hours later, that same morning, and do it all over again. So you really gonna have lack of sleep sometimes, and sometimes it might be sweet. You might not have to worry about that.
Right.
But it's about how bad you really want it, and exactly how hard you willing to work for it to be that big A-list paid great actor, or to be out there and be known. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to have
No,
too
no,
much.
no. It's all good. It's all good because people get into the industry. They
Mhm.
think that it's the gratification, like you said. Oh, I can be famous tomorrow. I can be Denzel Washington tomorrow. When I wake up, I'm gonna
You
go to
gotta
sleep,
put in
and when I
that
wake up,
work.
you know what I mean. You definitely
Like,
have to put in the work. You definitely got to have that patience.
and let
Oh
me
my
say
gosh.
this too, because a lot of people. Let me go ahead and school y'all on this.
Yes.
This industry, and then this is a passion of mine. A lot of times, real actors is gonna know who's gonna be real and who's not. So when it comes to this industry, man, I don't know if I should say this or not,
Keep it
but this is
real.
one of those, I'm being real. This is one of those industries that you you just have to work hard for. There's no cheat codes. Now, if there is some cheat codes, I just want you to know something. The only cheat code there is not between your legs. The only cheat code is it's about who you know. So that's where the saying comes from. Network is your net worth,
Right.
because it's true. I mean, if you network enough and you put yourself out there and you're doing all these projects and they see you and you actually see you doing your thing, and the people you network, you'd be surprised who they might be connected to. So I want to say that too as well. So it's always about your network, and your network is your net worth. Remember that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very, very, very good. I hope you guys tapping in, tuning in, taking note because Mr. Pyles came, he ain't come to play. He came with the real and he is telling it like it is, respectfully towards the entertainment industry itself.
Yes.
This man has been on stage plays as well as acting. So we'll get into a couple of your projects. Now I got one that I ain't gonna lie, you had me falling out laughing when I saw this particular scene. But I'm gonna get to the let me add everything. Okay, we're gonna go through. We got a little slideshow for you.
Oh,
Now, this one right here, I salute you because the headline states local folks making dreams come true in feature films.
yes,
When
yeah.
you saw yourself, and I know I didn't throw this question at you, but hopefully you can give it to me because I needed to ask this question.
Go
You
ahead.
saw yourself in the local paper. It was enough it was so important for your community basically to rally around you for being a part of this particular project. When you saw yourself in the paper and then you saw yourself on the screen, what was your reaction?
Wow, wow. It was breathtaking. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, people was like, I never had seen so many people that in in short time frame, where people would just come, hey, you, I remember you when you was little, man, you doing your thing. I'm proud of you. It's so beautiful. And that's my friend Lenita Johnson, right next to me in the paper. And me and her, I had went to start in stage plays before, like I said, and she was always helping out one time before, and then she went to college and she learned acting, and she came aboard with me when we did our first movie together, Office Blue.
Right.
And then she actually told me about To Her With Love was shooting in North Carolina, and I'm like, I didn't know. She was like, hey, I'm gonna send them the information about you. You gotta be on here. And I was like, okay. So during this time, I was at a holy convocation for my church that I've been attending for some years now, and we was in Greensboro, and it was happening in Salisbury when they shot this movie. So I was like, okay, bet. So I had all my church clothes already, so they was like bringing the suit and all that, yada yada. I said, yeah, okay, I got it. I got all my clothes. So I get on there, I get on set, I do my thing. Now hear me out. I didn't have no lines, but if you notice, once you've seen the movie, you see all this. I made sure the camera was. And it's funny because I had so much fun on set. That's one of the sets that I have worked from 8 a.m. to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning next morning. Sometimes we start a little bit later. We didn't end until like 1 or 2, 3 next morning. So it's like it was really fun to do that. And then I had the producer, director, and the wardrobe, everybody that was looking at the dailies. They happened to see me in one scene, and if y'all saw the movie, y'all see me, y'all can find me. I'll be in the prom scene dancing like this. So, funny story about that. That's one story short. I'm just gonna say it like this. I was trying to tell the other teachers to follow me. I was creating a hole so everybody can get camera time. But we had fun. No, I thank God for the opportunity. And then when it finally aired, and I didn't release no pictures, no nothing. When it finally aired, they emailed us saying when it was gonna air, and they said when it airs, you can post all you want. Blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, bet. I'm at my cousin's house. She just had her son. My mom and I was at my cousin's house. My family, the rest of the family, everybody was tuning in because I've been sharing. I've been sharing, posting, and as soon as you see me, the very first time you see me in the movie, my phone started blowing up. We had a pause booth because I was like, "Oh, that's me!" I was so happy. I was like, "Oh, I'm on TV!" But and it was so wonderful feeling. Like it was like exciting. It was breathtaking. I was thanking God like all night. I was thanking God for this opportunity that I was having. When I went back to work, people was like, "Yeah, I saw you in that movie." It was so beautiful, and I just not 1 minute went by where I just didn't thank God for the opportunity. And man, when I say my phone blew up that night, throughout the next morning and day, I couldn't even lie. Like I was going back to work, and I got off work. My phone still had notification. I had to look over. I see people congratulating. I said, "Man, glory be to God." That's all. That's what I number one thing would say. Glory be to God and thank you. That's it. Because if it wasn't for Him, like I said earlier, I would. I'm sorry about that. I
It's
had a phone
okay.
call.
It's all good. It happens. It happens. It's all
Yeah.
good.
But yeah. So that was how I felt. I was just breathtaking.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's it. Listen, I'm looking for that feeling one day where I can see myself, whether it's in a news article, if it's on on the TV show that I've been so patiently waiting to come. So I understand your gratitude towards God for placing you in the right place at the right time, for being a part of something so monumental too, because this was a very good, very, very good project. And I hope you guys go and watch To Her with Love.
Right.
So we can see our guy David Pyles up in there doing his thing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now I'm gonna say this, y'all. It doesn't matter. It's no such thing with small actor. It's not. I listen. I tell you, the best thing about being a background. And now you don't want, if you want to do it forever, that's cool. Do your thing. If you don't want to, this is just a step. Background acting. If you don't even have lines, but your face is seen multiple times on camera, that's a good thing. Because other people gonna look at it, and it might need someone that looks like you for their next project.
Right.
Now, hear me out. This is why it's so important to might want to put yourself out there as a background actor as well, being an extra, because now you're not the main character. You're not the co-character. You don't have no lines. But guess what? Number one thing you can do while you building yourself: network.
That's right.
Network behind scenes. Learn what they doing. So you be able to do exactly what you might want to do if you want to come out with your own movie, produce your own movie, direct your own movie. Learn it. I mean, I've been in 2 North Carolina commercials um, last year and this year, and I was extra. But doing so, I was learning behind scenes. I was networking behind scenes. It was so I was really so involved in it and keeping everybody uh, behind scenes laughing that the producers themselves email my agent and say, "Yo, I want to work with him again." Like,
Wow.
like they enjoyed me.
Wow.
So like, it's always worked with me. I ain't gonna even say it's work, because once you doing something you love, it's never feel like work. It's just having fun now.
Right.
As long as you do things the right way, ain't doing nothing messed up, then you growing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And listen, I always tell people that do work in the background. Listen, you're an actor because they're going to come to you. You're not going to have a specific role, but you're still going to have to portray what it is that they need in that scene. And at the end of the day, they can't do those movies, those TV shows, those commercials without those people that they call background
I
actors.
call us
Okay?
the 18. I call us the 18. That's why I always call, like, when we be extra, we be sitting separately from the main characters and stuff. I'd be like, "Yo, come on, chill. I'll talk to the extras. Yo, we have fun." They'd be like, "No, you can't be too loud." I'll be like, "Okay." And I'll be making people laugh. And it's not even on purpose. It's just because I be hyping them up. And on set with To Her With Love, I actually made the two main characters laugh. It's like, yo, I enjoy it. They enjoy Tobias Trevelyan. He was amazing, man. Down to earth type of guy, man. I think I said his name wrong. I'm sorry, sir. If you're looking at this, my apologies. Tobias Trevelyan. But
Listen,
he was
we
down
see
there.
the face and we know exactly who he is and we know exactly
Right,
who you're
right.
talking
And
about.
he came up to me, and it's crazy how we connected that way. Cause he came up to me, he seen me, interacting, being so. Cause we got cut. He came up to me talking about Meek Mills. I said, "Wait, what?" Because at that time my beard was out, and a lot of people was talking about how I look like Meek Mills on a certain side of my face. So after that, me and him just like we connected, we networked. I networked with him, and he been true to the game. I've been following him. He followed me. I just it's amazing. It's amazing. But I'm sorry that kind of went off subject. But
It's all good.
I gotta say that being extra, you are technically the A team. Think about that. Because if it wasn't for the extras, it won't even look real. You would make a movie, it would look good. But then people will think, is it just them in the world? Like, you want to make things look real. So, I mean, it's definitely, it's fun. It's fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to say hello, good evening to everybody that's tapped in. We are having a ruthless conversation with the one and only David C. Pyles. Let's see, we have in the comments Slick Daddy Chris, Mr. Pyles, massive respect from London, UK. See, we got fans from
Awesome.
all across the
Awesome.
pond.
All right.
Okay, okay,
London.
yes. And we have AJ. What's good, AJ? We have a Facebook
Hey, how you
user
doing?
that didn't tap in to give us their name, but that's okay. Facebook users, we appreciate you.
We do.
They
We
give
do.
you congratulations, hand claps, fingers.
Boy,
Uh, uh, somebody, Facebook user, who is this? I'm gonna go back and look at this comment because they said, "Look at them in a room full of handsome men." And I need to see who's in these comments that they talking to.
Oh, right. I need to find that out too, because
Okay.
I see a woman and a man. Now I'm trying to feel like,
You know,
what we doing here?
I'm sure they referring to you and whoever in these comments, because
No, I'm just messing.
it's all good. You know what I mean? But it's all good. I thank you guys for tapping in, and I want to continue this conversation. Let's see if I can get to the slide without making a mess of everything. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Tell us about this. Tell us about this project right here. Give us the
I can't
name
talk
of
about
it.
it. I can't talk about
Oh, whoa, that's an undercover project, something that we got
I
to
can't
look
talk
forward
about it.
to.
I didn't even know. See, they posted this. Now I was tagged. Now,
well, I'm gonna slide because I'll come back and talk about it later once it's released. But it
once
looks
it's
very
released,
interesting.
then we good. I can't talk about it.
So we're gonna slide
But
on
I
over.
will tell you the name of it. The name of it is Pay Dirt. Y'all make sure y'all go see it. It's by written, directed, and produced by this wonderful, phenomenal brother. His name is James Jones. He came out with Freedom of NC, which is out on Tubi, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and I think BET Plus got it now too, if I'm not mistaken. And look, I'm telling you, this dude is phenomenal. That movie was awesome. Y'all go check it out. And then when this come out, please, we will talk about it. I just can't talk about it right now.
It's all good. It's all good. It looks interesting, but we're gonna slide over before I get you in trouble. Let's just slide over.
Please.
Okay.
All right. Now, I can't say too much about this either, but I would say No Longer on Mute is actually an author that wrote a book, a novel about her life, and she actually wanted to create this movie, and they end up getting stuff together, doing auditions out of North Carolina, South Carolina, and I think it's one more place. I forgot which state it was. And they got all of us, and I was casting this from last year, and we getting ready to start getting stuff on the road put together on there because we're still working on it. Still in production right now. We're still working on it. This should be out, I want to say, if not next year, but the year after. So
okay.
Yeah, so but it's based on a true story. It's I'm gonna tell you right now, this right here, that's gonna have a lot of people be like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
So. Okay. All right. So you guys who are asking in the comments, where do you see these movies at? Just stay tuned. Once they are available, we will make sure that the dates and the locations are posted for everyone to see. I'm gonna skip that one. This is the one I need to talk about. Office Blue.
My very first movie.
But before we dive into Office Blue, I have a little clip that I want to play, and then we'll be right back.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Which clip?
You'll see.
All right.
Let me pause my little. I got my little music playing. You know, just breaking down the ambient. Here we go.
I'll shoot you in a second. You going out, baby? Boy, you know that I'm backing up. Boy, you know that. Boy, you know that. She gonna go anyway. Wait, Carlina. She goes for it. Hey, the only ball right here. Just tell me. You gotta get ready. Are you okay?
You're clearly trying to wipe us out, but we are growing every day, and so you want to take.
Listen, I had to speed it up because I'm not trying to get any copyright strikes or anything like that. Now, I see some comedic side in there of you with you and your wifey in the character in that portraying, trying to play, what is it? The where you put your foot on the colors. I forgot his name. Twister. Y'all in there playing Twister. Somebody back went out. It's some situations going on. Tell everybody about your character in Office Blue, Shelter in Place.
All right, y'all. Don't judge me, okay? I'm
no
not
judgment
like this in
at
real
all.
Life. I'm not like this in real life. I played a character named Jerome Brooks, whose wife. You got to see the story. You got to see the movie. It's good. The storyline on that is that wasn't my wifey. That was her best friend. Anyways,
Oh.
So like no. So it's y'all, you gotta go see the movie, y'all. You gotta see the movie. Watch it all the way through and be able you understand why it went that way. Yeah, I just that was my very first movie. I want to say I think about 28, 27, 28 around that time when we filmed this, and I had to play a father, a mid-age father. Like,
Wow.
I had to play a
Challenge.
vintage father. The beard really helped me out, and it really hit on some spots like racial profiling. It hit on some spots about relationships falling apart, and then you building up with someone else that actually building you up and treating you like you're supposed to be treated. It was dealing with the last piece that was in that preview was me doing a poem. So on the side, fun fact about me, y'all, I love writing spoken word poetry. So I was actually reading my poem that I've written for this piece, for this project. So it was, it's called Dear America. It was hitting on points where you're talking about police brutality all the way from how they enslaved us and how they try to trap us. And it was a lot in there. I just, seeing that movie, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, but we saw ourselves on the big screen. We happened to be in Greensboro, North Carolina, one of their biggest movie theaters. So it was like really cool to see ourselves on the big screen. It was some work to it. Like I said, it was my very first film. I did as much as I could. Well, I was told to do. And there is a part 2 on its way.
Oh wow.
We'll be streaming, I want to say by next month or 2 months.
Okay.
It will be streaming on Tubi, Amazon Prime,
Yep. It's on
Remo.
Amazon Prime.
Yes. It's gonna be. Sequel will be on there. It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you.
Nice.
Office Blue, Shelter in Place. Y'all can watch me on there, and then you also got Office Blue. Yeah, just Office Blue.
Part 2.
Part 2. Yeah.
I
was about to say Shelter in Place again, but I had to stop part 2.
Right. but it's all good. It's actually I looked at the trailer, and it actually does have a very good storyline. There's some very, very touchy subjects in this project. So regardless of whatever judgment people may have, it's funny. It'll have you laughing. It'll have you crying. It'll have you like, no, he didn't just do that type situations.
Yes.
So y'all go. It's available right now on Prime Video. Make sure you check out Office Blue, Shelter in Place, and stay tuned because part 2, Office Blue, is coming out. Okay.
Oh, and I don't know if you about to go to it, but you had skipped one title, Murder by Midnight.
Right. I was gonna go back.
Okay. All right.
Keep going. We
Okay.
can you talk about it, and I'm gonna bring it up.
Okay. Murder by Midnight. If you want to check me out on there, it will be coming out next year. We'll be filming this movie. I want to say I think might be next month. I'm not too sure, but I am playing a supporting role in this movie as an officer. And I can't get too much into detail about it, but I will say it is a thriller, and it is got a little comedy, but it's more so a suspense. Also, I would like to say this too, and producers from Oprah Winfrey Network is producing this movie.
Oh, nice.
So, yes, and we have this phenomenal writer, director David Pratt, this phenomenal writer, Vincent Edward. I mean, they are phenomenal at what they do. They actually multi-award winning people. Actually, Vincent Edwards, he is a multi-award winning writer, and David Pratt is a multi-award winning director. And he gave me a call. Vincent actually gave me a call and asked about if I wanted to be in one of his movies. And he was telling me all the awards he won. I'm like, what? Wow. And I looked at one of his films that was on YouTube called Daily Conversations. And it's still, to this day, is winning awards throughout different film festivals. Nice. And it's crazy because he asked me, he called me up. He's like, yeah, I was just wondering if you would like to, you know, be in my next project, my movie. I said, yeah, duh.
Right.
You multi-award winner. Yeah, that's no question about it. And the way he does his stuff, I mean, this dude is phenomenal, man. He is showing the industry that you can make it by being a B-list actor than being a Hollywood A-list actor. And
Right.
he's showing that the B-list got what it takes more than A-list. And I'm not going to front. I'm not going to cap. When you constantly winning awards over and over again, nominated in the Canadian Oscar. He was nominated for an Oscar for his
Wow.
stuff. Yes. And
Wow.
now he put in if I'm not mistaken, I think he might be putting this movie and his other movie into the Oscars for America this year.
Nice.
So I'm telling you, like, it is explosive when you meet these two people, like David Pratt, Vincent Edwards. I look, if y'all watching this, much love to y'all, for real, for real. I appreciate the opportunity that y'all both blessed me, y'all gave me, and God, I thank God for blessing me with to be able to meet y'all, because those two, yes, they on point. They make sure that you put in that work too. So go back to what I said earlier, put in that blood, sweat, and tears. They gonna make sure you own it. They make sure. But Murder by Midnight, everybody, the sequel will be after we release this. The sequel won't be too far behind. We be rolling with that too. And there is another movie that I don't think you got in the slide. Actually, it's a TV show. It's called Bloods and Souls. Blood and Souls is basically a vampire TV show by another phenomenal writer. His name is Antonio Nelson. We shot the pilot at the end of last year, and we have been. It's a vampire series,
Okay.
but it's about a young girl that is a vampire slayer. However, she's a CEO of her own sneaker business, so she been like really hiding dark type deal, and then she ended up coming out fighting vampires, and I happen to be one of them that she, in a meeting. But it's definitely a comedy, definitely action.
Okay.
It's serious drama. I could that's the genre of that whole thing. It's definitely drama, action, a little bit of comedy in it. And I helped doing the fighting choreography for it as well.
Oh wow.
Another fun fact: I am a martial artist as well.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a lot that I try to put myself in there, put myself out there for. There is another, I want to say there is another one. I definitely want people to watch out for this phenomenal writer. He does stage plays. He's going into filmmaking, and it's crazy because you did interviews with Tyler Perry's Ruthless, and it's crazy that they work for Tyler Perry with this guy. His name is Jonathan Perry. So
Okay.
and he's from Roxborough, North Carolina. This guy is phenomenal when it comes to
Wow.
plays. Like, I've been in his first, not first, but I've been in one of his stage plays, which was my first stage play as an adult. It's called Family of Strangers. It's on YouTube. Y'all can search it up. Family of Strangers. Stage play. It was so. I mean, I played a man named Roger, and it was funny how that came about. His cousin hit me up and asked me if I wanted to be on stage. I said, yeah, sure. I don't have a problem with it because she already knew I was, an actor and doing my thing. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I get the script and he hit me up. He was like, yo, I just want you to play this guy named Roger. Do you think you can bring his character out? I know it's short notice because we're gonna be stage is gonna be show night in the next few months. So I just wondering if you can do your thing. I was like, yeah, sure. So it took me some time to do some table reading with him, rehearsals. And then I started practicing on my own. And I realized, I said, Roger, a little bit flamboyant, a little bit. And then it kind of shook me because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't judge no one. I'm just know one lifestyle. But for me, I can't play a homosexual. That's against what I believe. That's just how I am. I refuse to do anything when it comes to homosexuality or beating a woman or raping a little girl. I can't do those. However, when I told him that, he respected that, you know, and he's like, "No, brother, listen, I understand." He said, "Just make Roger your own." So when y'all look at that and y'all notice that Roger is chill, laid back, he kind of ghetto, you know, do like no, I ain't gonna say ghetto, but he was definitely one
Got a
of
little
those.
hood in him. He got a little
Yeah, he
hood
got
in
a
him.
little hood in him, you know. And he was like, well, Sunshine's what took home the cake, and that's his co-worker. But I have to be honest, when it came to Roger and Sunshine, it was comedy.
Right.
And it was enjoyable moments. I had fun on stage, and then it ended up being a part two was on its way. It's called the Reunion of Strangers. We're gonna be having a stage play about that real soon. We're gonna have that, and then he's adapting a film that a stage play that he once had. It's gonna be in a film called Black Thoughts, and that's about now. Please stay tuned for that because this is important. A lot of time in this world, Black men cannot express how they feel. So a lot of times we hide it because society taught us never to express how we feel. Society teach us to suck it up, be a man, and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
While if a woman cries, we there.
Yep.
So Black Thoughts is pretty much it's pretty much a series about a Black man that going through different things, everyday struggle, and it's pretty much one of those things where we are expressing how we feel and how we live in our life and what caused us to go to that route. So I really say stay tuned to that because there's gonna be some real truth in there. Like I said, Jonathan Perry, he is a phenomenal writer, actor as well, because he does act and he's a director and producer. Um, Man is phenomenal. And then the last but not least, as they say, I say the best for last. Nah, I'm just messing. I want y'all to stay tuned because I'll be producing my very first TV series real soon. We'll be filming that this fall, the pilot. It's called Deathmatch. I can't get too much into it, but I would say it's definitely going to be action, a little bit comedy. It's going to be urban. And we're gonna have some fun on set, on and off set. I can definitely tell you that my writer editor, we get in the end as we speak. Like everything's getting done, and my production company, my journey media productions, is definitely on the rise right now. We getting everything. I'm not only working on that TV series, but I'm working on like 3 different movies now, and I'm also writing like 3 more TV series that I want to add to it. So I will be doing auditions for that too as well. So if you're interested, just let me know. We can work something out. We will try to work something out. But yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, y'all, listen. This man is not just an actor. He's not just the dude you saw sitting in the church scene. This man is also a writer, producer, director, comedian. He's got a whole lot going on. And I absolutely suggest that you check out David C. Pyles everywhere. So with that being said, and not to take you out, because I could talk to you literally all day long. If there is one thing that you, David Powell Jr., would like to be remembered for, what would that be?
I want to be remembered as the man that pushed forward from an old country, poor county in the poorest county in the state to reach his dreams, his goals, but not just for myself. I'm doing this not only for me, but for my daughter. You know, when she grow up, I want her to have whatever she asks for. I want her to have whatever she can get. I want to build this generational wealth for her and their kids and their kids. And, you know, being a single man, man, shoot, like being a father and just being able to see my daughter and being, you know, that's my pride and joy. She keep me smiling. I realized that my reason why was right there. You know, her, me, live a better life. But I also want to add too, I want to be able to present more opportunities and jobs for people that deserve a second chance, and people that needs a job, they need a job, they need a opportunity to showcase their talent. I want to be able to provide that. And, you know, hopefully Tyler Perry uh, and 50 Cent, Michael Jai White. I'm naming y'all because I hope y'all see this. I'm looking dead in the camera when I say this. I want to work with you. I do. That means that, please, you see this. My name is David C. Pyles. I want to work with you.
I know that's right.
I
Hey,
definitely would love to work with them, but I would love to be able to provide that opportunity for everybody. You know, coming from a small county area, a small country area, you know, that think they need to move out, but they really don't. Someone that actually cares enough to say, "Hey, I'll give you a chance, but you got to show me how excuse me, how hard you're willing to work. You got to show me how bad you really want it. You know, if you want it as bad enough, you want to breathe, then you will be successful." You know,
absolutely.
so I definitely want to be able to be that man he look out for his own. He look out for others that need that opportunity.
Right.
That's the type of man that they would say to my daughter. That's the type of man, or my future kids. That's the type of man your father was. That's the type
Absolutely.
of legacy that you're living in and you're building to keep continuing on and on. You know, I want to live that legacy. That's just my goal, my passion. That's my
Absolutely.
vision. You know.
Mm. Listen, you're doing it. You're in a position where a lot of people want to be, and I salute you because you have not even spoken about giving up. You've remained consistent. You've been doing it regardless of what scene it was in, whether it was in a play, whether it was on in background. You still remain consistent in doing something that you seem very very passionate about, and you're taking this thing to a whole nother level. Like you say, you want to be able to provide opportunities for other people. And again, I salute you, David C. Powell, for doing your thing. Your daughter is definitely going to be, and is, even as a little one, is going to be proud of what her dad has accomplished, and will continue to accomplish.
Glory be to
So
God.
I absolutely salute you and thank you so much for being here, having this ruthless conversation with me. Now, tell everybody, because you talked about spoken word. Do you have any spoken word on YouTube that people can go and check out? And if you
I
don't, you
I
should.
do. I know, but you know, I was thinking about was like what I really would love to do. I definitely would love to do that. I would love to go out and perform my spoken word at a club or something. You know, um,
Right.
I I want to say this. I would love to do it if I have a partner to do it with.
Mm.
You know, someone that can, you know, work partner that we can like. Okay, all right, tonight's night. Let's see what you got. Okay, let's not say this. Let's do this. You know, because me personally, I just write them down. I never really share them, and the only times I ever shared it was like I started off a few years ago, and I shared it on my Facebook. So it was like a lot that I have written that's on Facebook. Some of them are on Facebook. Some of them is in my notes, in my notebook, everything. Like
Right.
I just it depends on how I feel. So, but you got a point. I think maybe I should go ahead and put it on YouTube. You know, and it's still in my mind, so I ain't gonna lie. I still might actually. I might go ahead and try it, give it a shot.
Why not? Add one more thing to the long list of everything that you already got your hands in. So with that being said, tell everybody, let everybody know where they can find you on whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, well, everybody, you can find me on Facebook, David Powell. Excuse me, David C. Pyles Jr. Instagram is David Pyles Jr. And TikTok. I don't even be on TikTok like that. I need to get back. I got videos on there, y'all, but I don't know my TikTok by heart. That's how crazy it is. Cause I've been so busy, I couldn't get back on it. But Twitter is at it's not it. Look, just you can find me on it. Just put David Powell. But it's I gotta get the username thing right because I just recently started being more active on Twitter. Right. So like yes, but other than that, my main social medias that you would catch me on definitely is Facebook, David C. Pyles Jr. and Instagram, David Pyles Jr. So y'all go ahead and check me out. I'll be posting. I just recently posted some event that I went to a couple weekends ago in Charlotte, North Carolina, a Black Film Festival, where I networked, met with different producers, actors, actresses, singers, music video artists. I mean, it was dope. But I gotta, God blessed me in so many ways, in so many areas. He blessed me with a manager, a mentor, agent. I mean, it's just amazing how everything just fall in place. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, I salute you again. I would literally talk to you all day, all night. You're literally embedded with knowledge of things that people need to just take notice to. So I thank you so much for tapping in and being a part of this ruthless conversation with this crazy lady that just tapped in and was like, okay, anybody want to do interviews? And and you chimed in, and I absolutely appreciate you for that because you could have just let it go without even a comment. So I thank you so much for being here. If ever there's anything that you want me to push out, or I'm gonna do it regardless, but if anything you want me to, share, feel free. You can tag me in it. We friends on Facebook now, so I ain't going nowhere.
About time. No. Let me stop. Like no. Oh, you gonna definitely find some more stuff. Like I said, I can't wait to a few of this stuff come out next year. It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you, it's definitely gonna be dope. God been blessing, so I can't wait to be able to share my talent and be able to show it to y'all and the different characters that I will be portraying in different films. So it's definitely gonna be crazy. And I will say this. I will be playing a drug dealer in my TV series. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, show those layers. Show those layers.
Push it right there, you got to push it. And I will say this. There's some other movies that's on my IMDb.
Right.
There's one movie that y'all should go check out. Everybody love. It's called The Humming Man. I was in that one's on YouTube. Go check it out. The Humming Man, Silver Black. Look at it. I played a nerd that has a high-pitched voice. And then it's a movie called Seed of Satan. It's on Tubi. I played an African holy man with an African dialect. So I try to practice on all my ranges here. Mm-hmm. So this just it's amazing. It's comedy, it's funny, it's thriller, suspense, horror, all that good stuff. So oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I told you they've been talking back and forth. I gotta go and read. I have to go and check in on Facebook itself to see who this person is. And
let me know.
I got you. I'm gonna tag you and make sure you know who that individual was.
Let me know.
They trying to shoot their shot and everything up in these comments.
Hey, they
okay?
look, they trying to shoot. The net is open. I am not taking. I am single.
Listen, this is not the dating game, okay? If that was the case, I'll be trying to hook myself up. But anyway, you guys, thank you. I'm gonna get out of here because it's about to get crazy. But thank you so much. You know what? For being a part of this ruthless conversation. You are crazy. You are hilarious. I absolutely salute you and appreciate you once again. This was fun to me. I hope you had fun. Again, any projects coming out, I'm definitely gonna push them out there, share them. And again, we friends now on Facebook, so it is what it is. You can't get rid of me. With that being said, everybody,
and I will be in Atlanta, Georgia soon.
Okay.
Another movie I forgot to say, and I will be flying out to Arizona to shoot another movie. But
wow,
yeah, when I come to Atlanta, you
keep me posted.
You'll be able to interview me in person.
I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. Okay.
Yes.
All right, y'all. That's about it. Thank you so much, Mr. David Pyles Jr., for entertaining your girl tonight. I absolutely appreciate you. And I look forward to more and more from the actor and more David C. Pyles Jr.
Amen.
And you have a great night.
Hey, y'all too. Have a blessed one. Thank you again for inviting me.
Absolutely.
All
right, y'all. That's it for this ruthless conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed this ruthless conversation with David C. Pyles Jr. Make sure you are following him on Facebook, David Jr. here. Make sure you check out any of the projects that we spoke about that you can watch right now. Make sure you check those projects out. And just look for pure talent, pure hilarious. If y'all could see these behind the scene faces and things that he's doing right now, y'all would be laughing. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all have a great night. As I say every time, y'all say, listen, y'all don't know what I'm seeing. I wish I could see. But anyway, you guys, thank y'all so much. And you already know, stay ruthless.